It's review time. Set. Fuck. One take Drake. Something just flew out of my fucking mouth. Because that's fucking great starter for a review, right? Well, it's Irate-Marauder, not Edge Y2J fan, sadly, anymore. And, obviously, it says in the title, I'm doing a fucking review. And, well, this review really isn't going to be helpful for those of you who don't really know this band. So if you don't really feel like listening to some guy talk about a band who isn't like, who doesn't know? How do I fucking say it? If you don't want to hear me talk about a band you don't know, then please get out of here. And don't expect me to use all these big fucking terms like, oh, he's so illiterate. Like, I don't even, look, I'm saying it fucking wrong. I know I'm saying it wrong. But don't expect me to use big words here. I'm a fucking internet reviewer. A YouTube internet reviewer who just does this for fun. And first off, first business, take the glasses off so you don't see the glare and it doesn't bother you guys. Because I know a lot of people watch videos and I see the comments just like, oh my god, you gotta take the glasses off. I can see the glare, it's so annoying. So, it gets annoying to me too, so, I mean, I might as well take it off. So as I was saying, if you don't like not knowing what a band is before you go into a review, don't watch this, obviously. If you know this band, well, then you obviously kind of live kind of close to me. Or you live in a state, or you just know from, I don't know, I guess like their YouTube channel, maybe? I don't really know if they still have a YouTube channel up and running. But, you know, it is what it is. If they don't, it's okay, but they also do have a SoundCloud. So, you can kind of see it right here, because there's a physical copy. So it's not an album, really. But it's an EP. And I was like, an EP? Yeah, okay, let's do it. Now, let me show you the cover first of all, I guess. So, it'll tell you the title, and it's going to be backwards, because look, it says SummerSlam on my t-shirt, but it really says Malser Emerson. Okay, you know what the fuck it says. It really says SummerSlam, but just remember, if this is backwards, then the whole thing is going to be reversed and mirrored. It is... Oh god, that's clear. If you can't read it, because of the font, it's the Lighthouse Morning Lights. Alright, so this basic... I don't know if it dropped today. I don't think it... I mean, it's been finished for a couple days, I'm going to say. That's what I'm going to guess, a couple days. And basically, this is like the first batch that I got. No, I mean, I got one. I'm not saying I got a whole lot, but first batch was released today, from my knowledge. Who are these guys? These guys are a New York band. They live in my area, so that's why I know about them. And, you know, they go to my school, and I know, like, half of the band. On a, not a personal level, but on, like, you know, I don't know, what's up? I can talk to you for a minute, you know what I mean? But, you know, I've, let's see. If I didn't know about them in 2011, then I knew about them in 2012, and since then I've been a fan of them. You know, there's only like 2 people I actually am a fan of around my area. That's the Lighthouse and a rapper called Rossi, which once he drops his shit, I'll definitely be reviewing it. So don't worry about not getting another rap review, because honestly I feel like there's nothing out right now except for the new Mobb Deep thing, which I really thought was like the anthology for the Beatles, but it was just like Mobb Deep stuff from around the time that the Infamous came out. Off on a different video, I'll do a different video for that. I've been a fan for, let's say, early 2012, late 2011, kind of. Every time I go there, I always dance. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna still do it. I don't know. I haven't gone to one of the recent concerts. I think they're just starting to get back into the swing of things because they were recording the EP, and that's fine. But every time I'd go there, really starting in the later concerts I've been to like maybe 5 of their concerts or something, 5 or lower. I think it's 5. Really good group live, a really good live group, and the last 4 times I think that I went, they really encouraged you to get up there and do your thing. So obviously I did, and I mean, that's pretty interesting. If you were there at my school for, I think it was Springfest last year. It was pretty interesting last year. Me and my friends, we had like a little dance circle in the front, and then I was kind of like bodyguard thing. I don't really remember a lot of it, but it was fucking crazy. I'll tell you that. Um, Now obviously it's been 5 minutes. I haven't talked about the EP yet. It's 6 songs, and again, I'm guessing it dropped today because it's released today on CD. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know if it was released yesterday in MP3 to some people, but whatever. So I kind of cheated here because with this EP, I originally listened to some of it. Well, I don't know if this is actually counted as cheating. The Baba song was released. That's the last track, so I'm actually talking about the EP now, kind of. Was released as a single, I think last year, and I played that quite a bit. That was a really good single, and that's what I know that song from. I got to hear some of the, what is it? God damn, I'm all over the place today. Some of the mixes before the actual final mix, those were really good, from what I heard. And that was only like 2 songs. I think it was like, it might have been tracks 2 and 3. I heard. I think 2 and 3 or 1 and 3, something like that. Those are really good tracks. Now going into this, I had really high expectations, and it was mainly because I was like, oh my god, like I got something new to actually fucking listen to. I'm fucking hyped. And I came into it, and I got the CD, and I was waiting with it all day. I was like, I just want to get home and listen to it because honestly, there's nothing else to do in the school, and I'd rather just listen to it than do anything right now. And that's not bad. I'm not saying that in a bad way at all. So I get home, and I'm like, shit, I can't get the song tracks. I'm like, whatever, I'll just get them later. So my parents get home. This is a really short story, but it kind of relates. Really short story. My parents get home. My dad wants to go get a sandwich or whatever. We go get a sandwich. It takes like 40 minutes or something stupid like that. We get home, we eat it. And I didn't listen to the EP until about, I want to say, either 7 or really late 6 o'clock. And, I'm going to go first listen first, because I listened to this thing 2 times just to make sure. First listen, I thought it was very good. Definitely something I wasn't expecting, and that's in a good way too. But I'm not going to go into detail right now. I'm going to go into detail in a little bit. The only problem I really had with it is because maybe I wasn't fully paying attention, but there's actually 2 problems. One, and this is like not really the main problem, but on the first track, it seemed like the mixing was a bit off, and I think it was the same on a couple of tracks. I'm trying to remember. I think maybe She's a Killer or Morning Lights had like the instruments, and then it would be the voice, but it was like off by a bit. I mean, it didn't really bother me too much, but I noticed it. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Then my main complaint, it still stayed with the second listen. I don't know if they intended to do that. I don't know if you guys intended to do this, but it kind of, I was kind of like, am I supposed to like listening for something? And that's at the end of track 1 and track 6. There's like at least a 10-second silence, and I was like, okay, what am I going to get here? Because usually when people do that, like, the only person I know who did that was actually supposed to be in a song, and you weren't supposed to hear anything after that wasn't leading into a hidden track, was Kanye West and Jay-Z, and then it was just kind of like an interlude to show you, like, it's a difference between the main album and the deluxe. I mean, that's okay. But it kind of bothered me, because I was waiting for something, and then I just really got nothing. I was like, that's really awkward. So I don't know if you meant for that, or if it just got really weirdly cut. If you meant for that, okay. I mean, I'll take it, but it's just kind of odd. So first listen. In my head, I gave it a rating, because I always do that when I'm doing albums. I kind of like give ratings in my head. And I said, it's worth at least an 8.5 at this point. And I was like, let me listen to it again, because it is only 26 minutes, so it's not like I'm wasting a whole lot of time here. Listen to it again. The issue with the voice that I was talking to you about, with how it kind of seemed lower, it didn't show up in a second playthrough. So that issue was gone. The syncing I didn't even really hear anymore, so that was gone. The last seconds I heard still, that was still there, but I mean, not a big deal. But there was another gripe I had, and honestly, it kind of, it almost killed the track. The first track, someone help me, somebody help me. I'll go into track list in a minute and give it its scores. It kind of does this thing. Well, it doesn't kind of does. It does this thing where the instruments will stop, it'll be silent, the main singer sings, and then there's a little drum, and then the singer sings, and it's totally silent. And this is like a 15-second part, and it kind of annoys me, because I'm just kind of like, I feel like it should have ended. Like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I mean, like, the song, like, after the, like, I feel like, I think I made, in my mind, I said it should have ended at, like, 2:57, but it kept on going for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Now, after the silence, it goes into a pretty nice breakdown. What they should have done is, though, where that drum solo is in the middle, or really, yeah, it's just kind of like a couple of drum hits. That solo part, they should have just matched it together with that end breakdown, because I feel like we're waiting a little bit too long, and then you get back into song, and then you're going into a longer fade afterwards. I mean, that's just kind of my gripe. With that song, at least. I don't really have a lot of gripes with this album, or this EP, sorry. But the ones that are gripes, kind of, like, that's the only one that almost killed the score a little bit. But otherwise, like, it doesn't bother me as much as I re-listen to it. But, I mean, it's present, and it's kind of annoying. So, I mean, I'm not going to take, like, a major thing off, but, you know, whatever. Another issue I had was, I will talk about the positives, obviously. But, on the Baba song, I know this is going to be nitpicking, considering I loved the original one, the original single that was released. I feel like the saxophone is a little bit too low. I don't know why, but I know in the last version they released, it was like, this one's like, which doesn't sound bad, but I mean, like, it's just kind of like weird to hear it. That's not really a nitpick, really. Well, no, it's a nitpick, but it's personal, and that's not going to go in the score at all. That's really all my negatives. I mean, track listing. I was kind of confused by the track listing. I had to go and find the track list on your Facebook page and the Facebook page. Not a big deal. Kind of sucks that iTunes couldn't recognize it, but, you know, that always happens with me, too, when I make, like, a mix on, like, a couple of songs I like, I don't know, like, say I wanted to make a Jay-Z compilation, and I put up a whole bunch of songs on it, and I put it on a disc, and then I just put it in another player, and I put it back in. Sometimes I won't recognize it, and that's fine, because, you know, it's not synced up to the iTunes, but that's not a big issue. I don't really care. Gives me something else to do. Positives. I really like the, shit, I was just thinking of it. Son of a bitch. I'm not going to go into the first two songs. I'm going to really focus on the last four, because those are the songs that are really the highlights of this. Don't Lose Your Mind, I really like the chorus. I feel like the chorus really works on this. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about that track. I mean, it's a good track, don't get me wrong, but I think the chorus really... I mean, I will admit, it's corny. But I like corniness, so it works out fine. If it's Love You Want, I think this is the... Yeah. I'm pretty sure. If I get this one wrong, I'm sorry. But this is the one that starts off with, like, the piano, and I thought it really was nice, because it kind of sounded like, oh, look, he's doing a Beatles reference, everyone, gather fucking round. It seems like it felt like it was very inspired, or at least by parts of it, by, like, 1967, late 1967, after Brian Epstein passed, Beatles, where it was Magical Mystery Tour. And I really liked that, but then it also kind of went into when they got in the background singers, which are also another group around here, when they got those guys in, it started to sound like it kind of, I don't know why, but it reminded me of like Paul and Linda McCartney. So, like in their earlier stuff, like Ram, when they like sing together and shit. I don't know why. She's a Killer. I feel like it's a little long, but I feel like that's what makes it a good track. And again, I don't really know what else to say about it. Remember, I've only listened to this EP 2 times, and I'm probably going to end up doing a written review too, just, later on in the week, after I've kind of got my thoughts all, because I'm just kind of like, right now listening to it. Baba Song I've already really talked about. Okay, I'm starting to make sure he's not screaming for me. Baba Song I've already really talked about. So I guess let's go on with the scoring. Scoring is not going to be the 3 things I'm going to be talking about. It's going to, like I usually do, like at the end, it's just going to be one score. So let's go. Someone Help Me, I got to give this 7. Warning Lights, I'm going to give a 7.5. Don't Lose Your Mind, just a 9. If It's Love You Want, it's a 9.5. Probably my favorite track on the album. She's a Killer, I'll give it an 8.5. And the Baba Song, I'll give that a 10. Like, that's... I mean, yeah, If It's Love You Want is my favorite track off the EP. If you want to say album, I'm sorry. Used to it. But, I mean, Baba Song will always be my favorite track from them personally so far. Okay, let's go. It's the last scoring, and I know this is a really long video, but I got really sidetracked. Okay. Originality, I'm going to give a... No, not 7. I'm about to say 7 for some reason. Okay. I'm going to give Originality an 8.5. It's a pretty original EP. But it does, some things in it are very heavily, like, inspired, which is good, so I'll give it an 8.5. Instrumentation, or instrumentals if you're a hip-hop guy. I'm giving that a 9. I really love the instruments on here. They're very fun and great to listen to. This is not an EP, this is supposed to be an EP you listen to when you want to get happy. And I feel like I should really listen to this EP in, like, an early morning setting, because I feel like it would be so much better then. Like, it'll just give you that mood. And, let's see. Lyrics, I gotta give those a solid B+. That's a reference to something that's wrestling, and you're not gonna understand it. Or an E+. So fucking funny. I'm gonna give this an 8.5 again. Really good lyrics. I feel like, Don't Lose Your Mind has the corniest fucking lyric I've honestly heard all year, but in a good sense. But otherwise, really good lyrics for their first, like, compilation here. They've put out songs before, and secretly, I don't know if I've ever told anyone this, but, no, actually, it's not really a secret, but, a few years back, I don't know, did I put a date on this? Yeah, back in 2012, so this was, like, the peak of when I was becoming a fan of them. I took 6? Yeah, wow, the same amount as the new EP. I took 6 live songs that they did and made it into a Lighthouse EP live song package. That's what it's called. And it has Won't You Stay, which I was surprised wasn't really on here, because that was a pretty good song when I heard it live. Heartbreak, that was pretty good. How to Save a Life was good. Greenhouse was good. Another Look was good. Wonderwall cover was really good. And yeah, that's just my self thing I put together. It's not like they endorsed it. I never really told them. So this is your first telling I got a live album from you guys. Anyway. Let's just skip. Anyway, I didn't give a final score yet. Final score, I'm going to give that mean 8.9. Where there's room for improvement, they've improved from the last years I've seen them. In the last performance I've seen them, they definitely perfumed. They definitely perfumed. They definitely have been performing a lot better. And that's what makes this EP. It makes it a very strong EP. Any final gripes? The only thing I forgot to really mention is some of the recording is a little bit mixing. I obviously know they, like, once they got done recording and they mixed it. I'm not gonna say rush, but it feels like at times it's a little bit rushed. But you know, what can you do? You know, it's just like, it's for the first project, so I'm not gonna knock them. I've done projects in the past. Let's see, Living with Caesar was shit. YOLO 96 was fucking hilariously bad. The only one I did that I liked was Crystal Rainbow, and even then, it's really fucking bland. But anyway, really, really fantastic EP. I'm gonna definitely put this on my iPod. This is iPod worthy. But if you guys have any questions or you want to hear the songs, I mean, I'm probably just gonna put the link in the description for their Facebook page. That's really it. Irate-Marauder out. Again, 8.9. That's a very good score. Congratulations to you guys. Can't wait to see you guys. Shit. Well, I Wounded Warriors, and then if I can catch a show in between Wounded Warriors, I'll definitely try to go. Irate-Marauder, I'll always be a fan. I'll always keep on dancing at your shows. And, after this, I'll probably do a vinyl update, so whoever wants to see my new records, got over the weeks, not over the week, but a few weeks, got a ton of them. Maybe I'll do a record video after this. Maybe I'll do it, like, tomorrow or something like that. Who knows? It's over 20 minutes, so I gotta shut the fuck up. Thanks, everyone. This might actually go up on Facebook first. Then I'll put the YouTube video up later. Thanks again. Irate-Marauder out. And no, I'm not leaving without doing the classic What's My Name. No, I'm just kidding. I am. Nah. Okay, fuck it. What's my